Alright, what's up YouTube? I'm so frustrated and let me take this step by step. Let me define what frustrated means to me in my own words. I'm angry. I'm angry. I feel exasperated. There's something that I'm attempting to do that I don't see doesn't seem to be going in the manner that I would like it to go in. I'm job hunting. I've been doing this for the past 2 hours and I said I wasn't gonna take a break until lunchtime. Now I'm going to give you the definition according to some online resources of what frustrated means. By dictionary.com, it means disappointed, thwarted, dissatisfied, unresolved, and it's very true. Yes, I am frustrated. Wikipedia, frustration. In psychology, frustration is a common emotional response to opposition, related to anger and disappointment. I hit that on the nose, huh? It arises from perceived resistance to the fulfillment of individual will, okay? And it's ironic that the picture of the frustrated woman on this Wikipedia link, she's like me. She doesn't have anything apparently on from wherever you can see up. And you can see about the same portion of her that you can see of me here. And she's just like, and that's how I feel right now. And that's about how I look right now, really. The greater the obstruction and the greater the will, the more the frustration is likely to be. So the greater the obstruction and the greater the will, the more the frustration is likely to be. The obstruction is great because I need a job, okay? And not just any job, but to me what seems to be simple is like the hardest thing in the world, just a nice job. And nice just meaning that you're professional, you know what you have to do when you go in, the people expect, you know what they expect, they know what is expected of an employer. You go in, you do your work. If it doesn't work out, you part ways from either party, and that's that. But I can't even find viable jobs to apply to. Okay, so I'm frustrated, and part of it, I guess, is my fault too because I need to step up the game. And it says the greater the obstruction, so that's the obstruction, and the greater the will. My will is strong because I need it, you know. So in order for me not to be frustrated, because frustration is not a pleasant feeling, then maybe I need to take my will down a couple of notches and understand that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. I can't control, you know, what's out there. The only thing I can do is set up processes for me to accomplish my goal, to go through those processes without emotion. If I got to script it, that's what I need to do to take the emotion out of it. And then just go from there. Do all that I can until I can't anymore. But what frustrates me even more about this is I'm calling these stupid people for jobs. Haven't talked to my mom in like a year because of what happened with my brother. I finally get some kind of contact with my mom, and I send her a little communication, but she has no way to really contact me. I want to send her, you know, something else to make sure that, you know, it's understood. And I said I need to write my mom a letter for the rest of my life. But I can't even do that because I'm focused on this, you know. And just like this is question, my mom is no guarantee that she's gonna last forever. She might die the next day, you know. I don't know. I don't even know. I haven't heard her voice in a year, you know. And the last time I seen her, she was really bad. So I'm just, or old. I don't know if it's bad, but just old. And I just, and it angers me. Okay, so I need to get rid of that frustration and that anger. So I just need to, and I do have processes set up. I just need to just make it as processed as possible, so there's no bunch of emotions and frustration. I don't need that. Just these are the processes. Whatever outcome comes of it, that's what the outcome comes of it. There's no need for me to just be going off willy-nilly over everything. And what else is frustrating to me about these jobs, like I said, the local ones, there are not many posted. And the ones that are, you know, fake names and stuff that they put out there. And the reality of the working world today, especially on the lower class level that I'm at or working at, is that it's not about professionalism and etiquette. It's all about, you know, doing what you got to do to get yours, and each man on his own, each man for himself. You know, and I would like to have, like, you know, an organization that's set up where you go to work. You know, anything outside of that is inappropriate. But it's not working. So anyways, the greater the obstruction and the greater the will, the more the frustration is likely to be. Causes of frustration may be internal or external. So for me right now, it's mainly internal because I can't even get to the external because I can't find no viable places to go. You know, I set up a couple of interviews and I'll give a rundown of the stats of my results for the past couple of hours of my job searching. Um, and people, internal frustration may arise from challenges in fulfilling personal goals and desires. Amen. Instinctual drives and needs. Amen. And I sat here, I ate buffalo wings while I was working. I ate cheesecake, hash browns. I mean, it's just, and it's only 11 o'clock. Okay? So, and I didn't want to waste this time. You know, I said, you know, I wasn't going to, you know, take a break until lunchtime, but I was just so frustrated. I just had to vent and just kind of let it out, you know. It's better that than to half-ass do your search. And I have to admit, I've been doing a pretty good job. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give myself an 8.5 on my proficiency and efficiency in working and learning from these different interactions with these people. Okay, but so I'm going to skip down a little bit to causes. To the individual experiencing anger, the emotion is usually attributed to external forces that are beyond its control, although mild frustration is due to internal forces, laziness, lack of support. Is often a positive force. It is more often than not uncontrolled problem that instigate more severe. Okay, I'm not going to be that angry. They're getting into it real deep. I'm not getting that angry. Because I'm about to nip this in the bud. I have my processes set up. Basically, my process is that, you know, I'm going right now. You know, I had a lot of old jobs that were saved that I wanted to, you know, go back and visit. I'm separating. I'm going one website at a time, separating them by ones that require in-person visit, ones that allow phone calls, ones that need an email, and I'm separating them that way. And then, you know, the ones that can be called, I'm just going ahead and calling them, setting up interviews. Places that I've decided that I don't want to go back again, I've, you know, kind of filed those away. And all the primary untouched ones is where I'm going first. I've expanded my locations to include other areas and those in my immediate vicinity. But what frustrated me about that too is I saw places that are out there, but you gotta walk like miles, you know, after you catch 2 buses, and I'm just like. So the thing about it is that I don't have to apply for those. I don't even have to call those. That's what really brought me frustration in those. So those I can just maybe put into a, you know, secondary list under my phone list. So I don't even have to call them. I can move on to the next. But just to give you an idea of how my job search is going, um, I've only set 2 interviews, and one of them, oh no, that's not it. Yeah, I have. I only set 2 interviews. One of them is an open interview. One of them, I was so annoyed. The person was so rude. It's like when you call these places, like these telemarketing places, it's like they try to get all of your information. You know, so it's a game of who can get whose information first. You know, I'm applying for a job. Just give me, if you want to interview me, just give me the address. You're starting to give it to me, then you're asking me what my address is. You know, so that's okay. I have a personal assistant that's going to assist me in those matters, and she will be handling that. Um, and then you have people that are just retarded. Like, you would call about the job, and then they transfer you to someone else that, you know, is just like, oh, you know, you don't need this, you need this, and then they start telling you all about the stuff, and then they hang up in the middle because they feel like they divulged too much information because they weren't the person I was supposed to talk to anyway. Then majority of my experiences end result has been no answers. I have 6 no answers, 2 interviews, one that, oh, one I'm supposed to get my assistant to call, one of the the hang-ups, one with an immediate hold, um, 3 second timers, and then I have 2 more that I need to review. So I guess I'm not going to get mad. You know, I've done pretty good so far. I have 2 that I need to review. And the goal is going to be to get as many interviews as possible. So how many did I do all together? This 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. I did 15. So that's about, it took me about 10 minutes, I guess, per each, you know. So that's it. That's how my job hunt is going. I'm going to continue on. I just need to break some stress. And maybe I will allow myself every 2 hours to vent because I'm going to need it. But if I'm managing the frustration portion of it well, hopefully it will not be due to sheer frustration, but just to relax a little bit. So thank y'all for listening, and I will be back with my job hunt.